Hey guys, Alloggio here. Before I play this video, I just want to say something, okay? I heard talks, I saw Reddit in the news about, the government working on mortgage system, okay? And to me, I'm not a fan of mortgage system, okay? But I'll talk more about it after this video. Secondly, most real estate real world assets that focus on real estate in the crypto space are from the West. And in the West, there is a mortgage system. And that mortgage system is the reason why some of those projects can acquire properties. But it has a big problem. And what is the big problem? The big problem is interest rate. Every time the Fed increases interest rate, it affects the mortgage payment that they are making for that property. So which means that if it is a 20-year mortgage, okay, they may end up paying increasing the mortgage maybe in year 2 or year 3 or year 4 or year 5 or year 10, depending on what the situation of the economy is. So which means you end up paying more than the house is worth just because of inflation and Fed rate hike. Now this is for the Western market or the US market, which also has an impact here. But the difference between that real estate market in the West and here is that here there is no mortgage. There is no real estate financing. It's pure cash payment to buy your land, to build your house. So which means the return on investment is 100% yours. Do you get it now? Which is why Alloggio Coin will perform more than those Western projects, crypto projects, real estate crypto projects, because here we don't have any debt. You get it? There is no debt. There's no interest to pay any bank. So which means investors can actually buy shares of properties or buy the coin itself without worrying that the underlying asset, which is the properties, are going to have issues. Because once rate increases, rent increase. Are you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it also affects the return on investment. But let me just allow this ex-Goldman Sachs employee tell you more. So let's roll the clip.
Mortgages, that's the biggest liability somebody will ever take on in their life. But for the bank, that's an asset. It's obviously much more preferable to buy that asset in cash because you could end up paying 2.5, 3 times more for the property that you want to purchase, but you're doing it on a mortgage. You're taking a mortgage to purchase it. No wealthy people have liabilities. Wealthy people stick to the principle that they don't want to take on liabilities, they want to own assets. So it's obviously much more preferable to buy for cash, but people feel like they have no choice. Borrow money in order to finance a lifestyle that they can't afford right now for cash, but they pay over, let's say, 25 years. They do have an alternative, and that's what they don't realize. They can rent. Now, people think that renting is a liability. They kind of group it in the same basket as debt. Well, it's not debt. It's not a liability in the traditional sense. If you rent, it can actually be an asset because you have no risk. You can leave.
Alright, so I would have allowed you guys watch the full video, but I want you to get the initial point he talked about, which is no wealthy person is using mortgage to own a real estate property. Like you know what I'm saying? And renting is not a bad thing. Okay? It's also an asset to the person who is renting because he bears no risk. And if we look at the population growth of Nigeria, for example, or Africa, you find out that there's a housing deficit. Why? Because of no mortgage system, which also makes the properties to have value. Okay? Because when you build a property, you paid cash for everything, and when somebody rent it out to the person You don't have anybody to start paying a dime to from the rental income. So which means if there are investors, the rental income goes to them instead of paying interest. You get it now? So regardless of where you are in the world, pay attention to the Nigerians or Africans growing real estate market, because it has a growing population, a young population, and there is need for housing, affordable housing. And through Alloggio Coin, we can solve that, because when we have investors all over the world buying into Alloggio Coin, it gives the capital for us to build more housing units that we can make affordable to people to rent. And when people rent and the rent is distributed to investors, either those who buy the NFT of the properties, or it is added to the liquidity pool, or is used for buybacks, at the end of the day, people who rented the property are happy because they are affording, they are using renting affordable properties, and most importantly, investors are happy because there is no debt. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Watch and share with your friends. If you have questions about Alloggio Coin, feel free to ask me. Until I see you guys next time, take care and bye for now.